Hello friends, topic of discussion is vector space, second video. Now we will see the basis. Let H be a subspace of vector space V. The set of vectors B is equal to curly bracket B1, B2 and so on Bn in a V is a basis if it satisfies the conditions. First, B is linearly independent set. Second, the subspace spanned by B coincides with H, that is H is equal to span of B1, B2 so on Bn. To form the basis, the set should be linearly independent and it should satisfy or span the space that forms basis. Example, let V1 column matrix 3 0 minus 6, V2 column matrix minus 4 1 7, V3 minus 2 1 5. Determine V1 V2 V3 is a basis for R3. To show that the vectors are basis, first we have to show these vectors are linearly independent. Okay, so let a linear combination that we know C1 V2 plus C2 V2 plus C3 V3 is equal to 0. So there are three vectors, so we have assumed three constants C1 C2 C3. Now we write this in the matrix augmented form, that is the column vectors 3 0 minus 6, column vector 2 minus 4 1 7 and third minus 2 1 5 and last the augmented matrix 0 0 0. So we perform the operations to make this into echelon form. So in R3 plus 2 R1, so R1 as it is 3 minus 4 minus 2 0, R2 as it is 0 1 1 0, R3 0 minus 1 minus 5 0. Again we perform the operation in R3 as R3 plus R2. So R1 as it is, R2 as it is, the next change is R3, that is 0 0 minus 4 0. So all diagonal elements are non-zero and that is upper triangular matrix. So we can say that it has three pivot positions. Students, the diagonal elements 3 1 minus 4 are pivot position elements. So it is invertible. We can say that in other ways, that is linearly independent. Then it forms basis for R3. If a system is linearly independent, it spans the space. So spanning and linearly independency forms the basis. Example 2. Let V1 0 2 minus 1, V2 2 2 0, V3 6 16 minus 5. These are column vectors. And H is nothing but the span of V1 V2 V3. V1 V2 V3 spans H. So we have to show that V3 is 5 V1 plus 3 V2 and spanning of V1 V2 V3 is by V1 and V2. So find basis for subspace of H. Now we show that the three vectors are linearly independent firstly. Now we write the augmented matrix in the vector form V1 V2 V3 and 0 matrix, that is the row first 0 2 6 0, the row 2 2 2 16 0, the row 3 minus 1 0 minus 5 0. So we divide R2 by 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2 R2. So R1 as it is, in R2 1 1 8 0 as a changes, R3 as it is. Now we interchange R1 to R2. We write R2 as R1, R1 as a R2. So the changes in matrix is the R1 is 1 1 8 0, R2 is 0 2 6 0, R3 minus 1 0 minus 5 0. Next, in R3 we perform R3 plus R1. So R1 as it is, R2 as it is, in R3 0 1 3 0. So R3, the next operation in R3, 2R3 minus R2, that is 1180 as it is, 0260 as it is, 0000, the third row. It is clearly the vectors v1, v2, v3 are linearly independent because the third element of third row is 0. So we can say that these three vectors are linearly dependent. Now clearly v3 is the combination of 5v1 plus 3v2. So we substitute v1 and v2 in the places. So 5 get multiplied to the first column vector, 5 into 0 0, 5 into 2 10, 5 into minus 1 minus 5, and 3 is multiplied to the second vector, that is 3 into 2 6, 3 into 2 6, 3 into 0 0. Now add it the vector 0 plus 6, 10 plus 6, minus 5 plus 6 respectively. So the final vector is 6, 16 minus 5, which is nothing but v3. So it clearly shows that v1, v2, v3 spanning is done by span of v1, v2. These two vectors spans v1, v2, v3, that is H. Next, dimension of vector space. If V is spanned by a finite set, then V is said to be finite dimensional, and dimension of V is written as dimension V, that is the numbers of vectors in a basis for V. Note first, if V is not spanned by a finite set, then V is said to be infinite dimensional. If that is not spanned by finite set, it is infinite dimensional. Second, the dimension of zero vector space curly bracket 0 is defined to be 0. That is quite obvious. Example, let H is equal to span of V1 V2, where V1 is 362, V2 is minus 101. These are column vectors. Then H has basis for, since V1 V2 are not multiple of each other, hence they are linearly independent vectors. So thus the dimension of H is equal to 2. Students, these two vectors are not multiple of each other. In other way, the linearly independency and dependency we can check that by looking at the vectors are not multiple of each other. If those are multiple of each other, we can say that those are vectors are linearly dependent. If those are independent, because if those vectors are not multiple of each other, we can say that those vectors are linearly independent, and we can talk about the dimension of that vector space, that is dimension of H, that is equal to 2. Next example, find the dimension of subspace H, the column vector a minus 3b plus 6c, 5a plus 4d, b minus 2c minus d, 5d, such that a, b, c, d in R. A, B, C, D are constants that are the elements of real numbers. Now we can write this vector as in the other way, that is a minus 3b plus 6c plus 0d, 5u plus 4d as a 5u plus 0b plus 0c plus 4d, b minus 2c minus d as 0a plus b minus 2c minus d, and 5d as 0a plus 0b plus 0c plus 5d. Now this a, b, c, d corresponding coefficients we can write in the linear combination as, we can take a common. So the coefficients of a are 1, 5, 0, 0, plus b coefficients are minus 3, 0, 1, 0, plus c coefficients are 6, 0, minus 2, 0, plus d the coefficients are 0, 4, minus 1, 5. So now the vectors we can call those as v1, v2, v3, v4 respectively. So that is a linear combination. Clearly v1 is not equal to 0, V2 is not multiple of V1, but V3 is multiple of V2. By dependency, we can neglect V3. V4 is not multiple of V1 or V2. Hence, the two vectors are linearly dependent. So we eliminate one vector. So there are three vectors, that is V1, V2, V4 are linearly independent. Hence, the dimension of the H is 3. So how much linearly independent vectors, that is the dimension. Okay. Next, rank of the matrix. The rank of matrix A is the dimension of the column space of A. In other way, we can say that the number of non-zero rows in echelon form in a matrix is a rank of a matrix. The rank nullity theorem. If A is matrix has n columns, then rank A plus dimension of null A is equal to n. And rank A is nothing but the dimension of range of A. Next. So example is based on this concept is find the rank and dimension of null A. Now the matrix is given. We interchange R1 to R2 because we required the unit element in the first row. So R1 changes to R2, R2 changes to R1. Now we perform the operations in R2, R2 minus 2R1, in R3, R3 plus 7R1, in R4, R4 minus 4R1. So the next changes in matrix is the R1 as it is 1 minus 2 minus 4 3 minus 2. The next R2 is 0 3 9 minus 12 12. R3 0 minus 6 minus 18 24 minus 24, and R4 0 3 9 minus 12 minus 12. Now again we perform the operations in R3, 2R2 plus R3, R4, R4 minus R3. So the converted matrix is R1 as it is 1 minus 2 minus 4 3 minus 2, R2 as it is 0 3 9 minus 12 12. Now the R3 is the 0 row, that is 0 0 0 0 0. After operations, R4 again a 0 row, 0 0 0 0 0. So the number of non-zero rows are 2. So we can say that rank of this matrix is 2. So we can find the dimension by using rank nullity theorem. Rank of A plus dimension of null A is equal to n. There are 5 column vector, so n is our 5. Rank of A we have calculated as a 2. 2 plus dimension of null A is equal to 5. So 2 goes on other side, that will become minus 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. So dimension of null A is 3. The rank of this matrix is 2 and dimension of null A is 3. Next. Coordinate systems. The unique representation theorem. Let curly B, that is set of b1 b2 so on bn, be a basis for a vector space V. Then for each x in V there exists a unique set of scalars c1 c2 so on cn such that the x vector we can write the linear combination of c1 b1 plus c2 b2 plus so on plus cn bn. Note, curly B is equal to, in curly bracket, b1 comma b2 so on bn is a basis for V, and x is in V, that is vector x is vector in V. The coordinate of x relative to the basis B or B coordinates of x are weights, that is c1 c2 cn, such that x can be written as c1 b1 plus c2 b2 plus so on plus cn bn, such that relative basis of x is nothing but the column vector of constants, that is c1 c2 so on cn. If one wants to relative basis, we can find the constants, that is c1 c2 and so cn. Now we solve the example. Consider a basis B, that is of two vectors b1 b2 for R2. R2 means two element column vector, where b1 is 1 0, b2 is 1 2. Suppose x, that is vector in R2, has a coordinate vector xb is equal to -2 3. Find x. Now there are two vectors, so we can write the x vector as linear combination of c1 b1 plus c2 b2. So x we have to calculate. What is c1? The relative basis speaks that those are nothing but the constants, that is -2 as a c1 we can consider and 3 as a c2. So c1 is -2. What is b1? b1 is given 1 0, we have substituted there, plus c2. c2 is 3, 3 we have substituted, and b2 is 1 2. So multiply -2 inside the vector and 3 inside the vector to all elements. So -2 0 plus 3 6. Next, so addition of these two vectors is -2 plus 3 0 plus 6. So finally x vector is 1 6, that is column vector. Example 2, let b1 the column vector 2 1, b2 column vector -1 1, and x column vector 4 5, and b curly bracket is b1 b2 the set of two vectors. Find coordinate vector. Coordinate vector, the change of basis vector we have to calculate of x relative to b. The b ordinates, that is c1 c2 of x, satisfy. Now we know that x is linear combination of c1 b1 plus c2 b2. We have to calculate the c1 c2 here. So c1, what is b1? 2 1, plus c2, what is b2? -1 1. What is x? That is 4 5. Now we multiply c1 inside, 2 c1 c1 minus c2 c2 is equal to 4 5. Addition of these two vectors is 2c1 minus c2 c1 plus c2 is equal to 4 5. Now we compare the equality of matrices. The first row is equal to the first row of first element of second vector. So 2c1 minus c2 is equal to 4. The second row is equal to the second element of second vector. c1 plus c2 is equal to 5. We solve this simultaneously. By adding it, we get 3c1 is equal to 9. So from that, c1 is equal to 3. We substituted equation 2. c1 as a 3. So we get 3 plus c2 is equal to 5. From that, c2 is nothing but 2. So relative coordinate vector xb, we can write c1 c2. So c1 is 3, c2 is 2. In this way we calculate. Next, application to difference equation. The linear difference equation for given scalar a0 a1 so on an with a0 and an are non-zero, and a given signal zk, the equation a0 yk plus n plus a1 yk plus n minus 1 plus so on an yk is equal to zk is called a linear difference equation. If zk is equal to 0 or 0 sequence, the equation is homogeneous. Otherwise, the equation is non-homogeneous. Note, if A is m by n matrix where xk vectors are in r raised to n, then first order in r raised to n. Then first order system is given by xk plus 1 is equal to axk for all k. Okay, xk plus 1 is converges to axk, where a is the coefficient matrix for xk for all k. We solve examples on this concept. Example, verify 1 raised to k minus 2 raised to k 3 raised to k are linearly independent. Now we write the k multiples of this matrix. So we write the first row as it is 1 raised to k minus 2 raised to k 3 raised to k. Now we use for k plus 1 1 raised to k plus 1 minus 2 raised to k plus 1 3 raised to k plus 1. Again for k plus 2 1 raised to k plus 2 minus 2 raised to k plus 2, 3 raised to k plus 2. Okay, we have 3 vector, so we have written the 3 by 3 matrix for k plus 1, k plus 2. You can write like this. Next, now we substitute k is equal to 0 in that. The matrix becomes first row as 1 1, second row as 1 minus 2 3, third row as 1 4 9. 2 square is minus 2 square is plus 4, minus 3 square is plus 9. Now we reduce this matrix to echelon form by operating some operations. In R3, R3 minus R1, in R2, R2 minus R1. So R1 as it is 1 1 1. The changes in R2 and R3 are respectively 0 minus 3 2, 0 3 8. Now we perform further in R3, R3 plus R2. So R1 as it is 1 1 1, R2 as 0 minus 3 2, and R3 at 0 0 10. So now we see the diagonal elements are non-zero, so that is linearly independent by definition, already we studied. And this matrix is invertible, and this is holds for k, so that also holds for k plus 1, k plus 2, and so on. So the signals are linearly independent. Next example, write the following difference equation as a first order system. Yk plus 3 minus 2yk plus 2 minus 5yk plus 1 plus 6yk is equal to 0 for all k. The difference equation is given to us. Now we consider the set that is converging xk. We can write yk, yk plus 1, yk plus 2. This we can write. Next, the difference equation says that we can write that difference equation for yk plus 3 by all elements shifting to other side, minus 6yk plus 5yk plus 1 plus 2yk plus 2. Now xk plus 1 we can write by replacing k by k plus 1 in the first xk equation. Xk plus 1 is yk plus 1, yk plus 2, yk plus 3. Now xk plus 1 we can write 0 plus yk plus 1 plus 0, because yk here, yk and yk plus 2 is not there, so we write that is in terms of 0. In second row, yk and yk plus k plus 1 is not there, so 0 plus 0 plus yk plus 2. In yk plus 3, we have yk plus 3 above, that we have to substitute here, minus 6yk plus 5yk plus 1 plus 2yk plus 2. We have substituted there. Now we can write the coefficient matrix. So 0 1 0 as a first row, 0 0 1 as a second row, minus 6 5 2 as a third row. So first stands for yk, second yk plus 1, third yk plus 2 as a column way in the multiplication. So this matrix we can call as A. So thus xk plus 1 converges to AXK for all k, and the matrix is 0 1 0 0 0 1 minus 6 5 2. So students, so if the difference equation is asked, we have to calculate the corresponding matrix, and the solving method is what we have solved in this example as like. So thank you.